I'm Senator Bob Huff. Thanks for joining me for my Capital Comment for the week of March 4th, 2013. Well, March 4th might be a proper way to frame this, but we marched forth as a Senate this week down the Long Beach Unified School District. You may remember when you got to take a field trip when you were in class. That's what the Senate did. Why Long Beach? Well, Long Beach specializes in something called linked learning. Now, when I was a kid, we had career tech. Back then they actually called it something else, but wood shop, metal shop, technical training that wasn't necessarily leading to a college education. There's been a lot of debate and dialogue in Sacramento in the last decade about making these career tech type classes linked to a pathway for a college degree. And so Long Beach is one of these school districts who has taken this linked learning, and they've worked very closely with the community college. They've worked very closely with the local Cal State University in Long Beach. And in the process, because they picked up the phone and talked to their colleagues, they have a result that better prepares students for college and career. This is supported by the Center for Advanced Research and Technology as well as James Irvine Foundation. The results are impressive. That doubles the rate of college entrance for minority students and increases college enrollment rates for all student populations. Actually, there's a choice, a huge choice factor where the kids can choose in Long Beach Unified to go to whichever school they want to, providing there's room. And then once they get to these schools with these pathways, they can choose a pathway that may lead to arts and entertainment, or maybe it's pathway for science or a pathway for English. But there's different pathways, that's the point. So a kid can choose it, but when they get through it, they still can go to college like any other pathway they might have chosen. And maybe in the process, they either learn to love it or they learned that that's not what they want to do for their life. But it's a very successful program. The Senate went on the road to try to understand how that works, make sure we don't get in the way of it, and maybe we can help foster that and clone it for other districts. Another big issue this week is SB 140, which passed off the Senate floor, which appropriates $24 million from the dealer's record of sale funds. These are funds paid by people purchasing guns to do background checks. Now, there's a disconnect, and we have 19,000 people owning 34,000 firearms that the Department of Justice has not gone out and confiscated. These are people that are not supposed to have guns in the first place. They're felons, mentally ill, and others. And I think given the recent massacres we've had that are at the hands of people, we want to get the guns out of these people's hands. There's a little pushback from the firearm, the gun lobby, because they don't like the funds being used in this way. But I think actually for those that are using guns responsibly, those that are not mentally ill or felons, I think this helps us actually preserve our Second Amendment right. So I supported that along with most of my Republican colleagues. Thanks for joining me. I'm Senator Bob Huff.